with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go. Let's do it. Ready, blue 80, back 25.
Play action. Ryan. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
First down, Atlanta.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
You ain't got nothing. Check 52. Check.
Here's the second-year back from Southern Miss, Ito Smith. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Chandler Jones, a former All-Pro, in on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 41-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll toss it to Smith. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Check, 43. Here we go.
On 3rd down, Ryan. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the 1st.
Justin Hardy's sort of an undersized guy at 5'10", but he runs physical and he runs tough. In fact, his teammates call him the Wolf because of his special teams play. How about that play right there? Nice job picking up the 1st down.
43's the mic. Hey, that kid reached traps. Let's go.
Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They go back to the ground now with Smith. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
And the judge does a nice job there of navigating and picking up some yardage. Remember, no Tevin Coleman in the backfield, so he's moved up in the pecking order, getting a lot of playing time for these Atlanta Falcons.
They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Got it. Black 25. 43. Check, 43. Hey, watch the slant. You go tight. 39.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Ryan, rush coming, and he's taken down. Brooks Reed was able to find his way to the QB.
enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
51, check. 43's the mic. 43's the mic. Squeeze, double.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell. This defense, tough to run against. And those linebackers, they'll go side to side up the field, and there they get them for no gain.
If you can't get linemen upfield to the 2nd level to occupy them, they have a field day just running to the football and putting ball carriers on the ground. Not many yards after contact when they wrap up like that.
Off the draw, here's Johnson. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. A lot of people felt Johnson was a little misused during what was a disappointing 2018. 940 yards on the ground, 7 touchdowns. Great for most, but not the season Johnson was hoping for. And he said this offseason, there are a lot of good running backs in the NFL, but I'm the best. And now he's trying to prove it, hoping to get back to the production that sent him to the Pro Bowl in 2016. That would certainly help his rookie quarterback.
Hey, let's get this. Check, 45 to Mike.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And able to find Kirk complete. A gain of 22.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
At the 47-yard line.
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the 2nd half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the 1st half. Maybe not so much in the 2nd half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Johnson running right. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Mike is 59. Hey, they're scared. Out.
And a stoppage here. A timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Five men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down.
86. He's sneaky, guys. Watch out for 8. Let's watch. Right. Single.
Here's Murray from midfield. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin him back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Ryan connects with Sanu right side. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on third. From the shotgun, Ryan. It's caught. Jones. First catch for the NFL's leader in receiving yards a year ago, and a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Check. Lucky. Undercrush. Got it.
And they go jet sweep. Here's Sanu. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
At the 46-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On the draw, this is Smith. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. To throw on third down, Ryan. He's got Sanu. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta.
First down, Atlanta.
Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Tighten up.
So that'll back him up 5.
Come on, fellas.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some.
Here's Ryan. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
At the 19-yard line.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On the toss, here's Johnson. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know. 45's the mic, 45's the mic. Touchdown.
3rd and 2, and here's Murray. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. In for the sack, Deion Jones.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it. Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 36 yards on the play.
First down, Falcons.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Toss left. This is Smith. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football. But that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. On 2nd and 11 now. Ryan, he's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 30.
And the Falcons' 1st down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Ryan now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10.
Check, 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 check.
Now Ito Smith. About 3 yards there to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 27, Ryan Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hardy. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. Smith trying to run for it. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. Now, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Brooks Reed able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
The Falcons on 3rd down. 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Ryan. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you're a lover of offense, this has not been the half for you thus far. Luckily for me, though, I'm sitting next to a lover of defense, and we have had plenty of that, including that interception.
Yeah, and I mean, that still makes it a great game, doesn't it? Everybody talks about if the ball's not in the end zone and points going up on the board, it's not as much fun. I love these defensive battles. Something's got to give with these turnovers. Who can convert them into points?
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Time remaining for likely one final play. You're on your side of the field, but, you know, heck, maybe you throw one up 50-plus yards, see what happens.
Don't forget that taking the knee is the right play to make, because you just get out of there, you regroup, you start over. But if you're going to take the shot, you do have a chance of either making the play happen or picking up a deep pass interference call. And remember, it's the NFL. You get yardage. It's not just a 15-yard play. You could have something big here. Let's see if they take the shot.
On 2nd down now, it's Smith. And this play a lot like the previous one, thanks to that stout Cardinal defense. Back-to-back, they've been tackled behind the line. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. After a rare scoreless first half, these teams now just looking for something as the second half gets underway.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight, maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the third quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Here we go.
On 3rd down, Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Adrian Claiborne picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And that's the 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. They'll run with Smith, and he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Ryan. Getting it out left side to Sanu. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Here we go.
A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Atlanta.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A 1st down carry for Smith. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Tackle made there by Buda Baker.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Check safety, 22.
Again, it's Smith. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
A couple of 1st downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Ryan gets it to his tight end, Hooper. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a 1st down for the Falcons. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Brooks Reed giving him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. From the shotgun, they run with Smith. And he'll get this across midfield to the 48. It's a pickup of 8 yards to move him into a 3rd and 13 here.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's looking for Fitzgerald, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Tavecchio good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Adrian Claiborne able to record his 5th sack of the season. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Murray now to throw. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack. Here's Andy Lee now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. And it's fielded at the 34. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Ryan. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Now it's Ryan. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. But he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Adrian Claiborne in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. Dancing to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Kyler Murray, 1,000-yard rusher as a quarterback in his Heisman campaign at Oklahoma. He's got the first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Going to get this to his rookie. That's Andy Isabella. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go! Let's go! 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
as they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Running the jet sweep with Jones. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11. At the 37-yard line.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
On 2nd and 11 now. Ryan over the middle to Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. Ryan now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. A give to Smith out of the gun. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They go back to the ground with Smith. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Ready, Mike 25. Watch the slant, watch the slant.
From midfield now, here's Ryan. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Byron Murphy, the rookie from Washington. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 15 yards, 1st down, Atlanta. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. On the run, it's Smith. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
They'll run it again with Smith. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. Now a run for Barner. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. Now they'll throw it with Ryan. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. A big spot now for the rookie Murray. Now Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And they're going to get about 3 here out of this 1st down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Ricardo Allen, the safety, makes the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 46-yard line.
Ready. Take the Pittsburgh. Mike, 45. Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Oh, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
45. Mike, 45.
To throw on 3rd down, Murray. And he finds Seals Jones complete. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 40. So many Texas imprints on this offense. Seals Jones, another one with those roots. Born in Houston, played at Texas A&M. Cardinals actually picked him up as an undrafted free agent in 2017. And then he got an opportunity to see the field a fair amount last year, holding 34 catches, and now hoping to play an even great. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Tack McKinley able to record his 5th sack of the season. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On second down, it's Johnson. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45.
Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. That ball complete to Isabella. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short.
Pardon, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This one no doubt important for Matt Gay. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And with a little more than a minute to go, we are all tied. So a big kick to get this back to even. Now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you, but you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
On third down, Smith. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Kirk now, the return man. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 19-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do any.
Reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this?
They've got his man complete. A huge play there for Arizona. 43 yards. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Again, it's Johnson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
That's it, baby.
So it all rests now on the right foot of the kicker, Matt Gay. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. So it all rests now on the right foot of the kicker, Matt Gay. This from long, very long range. And this won't get there, won't be online either. It's no good, off to the right, and a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this. You have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's who you're looking for.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
That's it, baby. We gonna work.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are...
Oh, and it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say when you throw an interception like that in overtime? You don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. You throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
On third down, it's Green. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. So a big one coming now for Giorgio Tavecchio. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. So a special teams mistake on the field goal try leads to a new set of downs inside the red zone. They'll run it now with Barner. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. A partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, tried to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Falcons, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Arizona, they taste defeat for the first time this season as they drop to 5-1. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. That'll do